Yo, what is good, y'all? This is your boy, What's So Humble here, and I am back with another video. Welcome back to the No Fear Zone Gaming channel. Hey, what's good, y'all? I know I've been away for a while. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's been plenty of things that, I'm not gonna really get into very much, but just know that I have been watching new games come out, new videos pop up, and I couldn't help myself but to make a reaction video to Monster Hunter's Wilds Longsword overview. I had to get on here because I am a Longsword main, been a Longsword main since Monster Hunter Freedom to Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. And I think during that time, it was absolutely amazing, especially when you end up getting new longswords down the road. It was amazing. I couldn't even sit up here and stress it enough on how much you had to farm for new ones, and it was a crazy journey. I ain't gonna lie. But enough talking. Let's go on ahead and react to this. Okay. I just want to say, first of all, this whole armor set is pretty crazy. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty crazy. I mess with it heavy. I can already see a bunch of different color customizations for this armor. I don't think they're gonna get too crazy with it, where you could change the color, for the fur. You could change, the black metal color as well. I don't think they're gonna go crazy over it, right? Excuse me. I don't think they're gonna go crazy over it, but I can absolutely see this being, customized out. May add some white in there. May add a little bit more of the orange, coming from the armor. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Just by looking at this longsword, it's amazing. I ain't gonna lie. Although I don't like this part right here all that much. I don't really like this part. But at the same time, I'm not complaining. Okay, I'm not complaining. He does do the eye slash, I think. See, this was very interesting. This right here. What he just did right here, this is very interesting. He did the spirit, I think he did spirit 1. Sorry about that. I'm trying to go over here. There we go. So from right here, he did it on the left side first. He did it on the left side, and then he went to the right side. So my initial thought on that, it's kind of now they made it to where he's just not stationary anymore. The longsword, it's not stationary anymore. It's more now I can use it, for mobility. I mean, it says it right here, the weapon that excels at swift movements and combos. So basically, my initial thought is, well, now I don't have to worry about being stationary anymore because now I can move left to right. I can move left to right now. Which is kind of like, finally, because I've been, thinking like, I think that's what we need as longsword mains, so that there's different ways to get our gauge up like it's supposed to, which is a nice touch, right? And then he follows up with the third spirit, and then does the roundhouse. Then we end up getting our foresight slash back, and then he does the special sheath right here, right? He does do the special sheath. Let me go back. Oh, I gotta go back some more. My bad, people. He does do the special sheath right there. See, he does the special sheath, but one thing I didn't peep before, and I looked at it now, is that when you do the special sheath, it consumes some of the gauge up here that's up top. It consumes, just a little bit, not too much, in order for you to do the special sheath. And that builds up over time, like it's been in the other games. But here's another thing too. When he did what he did after the special sheath, he went backwards. You see that? He went backwards. He went backwards. So my thought on this is that you're able to switch what direction you want to go, whether it's left to right and back, which is pretty cool, because now what's going to happen is that we're going to see a bunch of left and right, forward and back movement. See, he did it. See, and this is what I was about to say. Now he's doing the version that makes you move forward. Ooh, okay. Like I said, when it came to my initial reaction, it was just like, I'm just trying to take in what I'm seeing. And looking at this again, him doing that follow-up, especially him doing that follow-up, it's pretty nasty. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty sick. Like that follow-up, I can't stress it enough on how sick that is. But it's almost like that was their intent, all this time of them making this game, especially for the longsword, just to add, new moves. But I just want to go back a little bit more. But there was a thing he did do that, I was sitting there talking about the direction of you doing the spirit moves. So he did it forward, which from the beginning, we saw that he did it side to side. Then he did it all the way moving back. And now we just witnessed him do it forward. And then after that, he follows up with another slash. Obviously, the subtitles are overlapping, but I can still read it. It says, once the spirit gauge turns red, some of your attacks will be strengthened. I know some people, whoever is going to watch this video, I'm more of a person who really does think outside the box. I've always been like that. And what I mean by that is, I'm thinking, like, I'm talking about theories and names and stuff like that. That's what my biggest, thoughts come in. Especially, like I said, I've used the weapon for so long. It's just kind of like that. It's just embedded in my brain to, do these things and know these things. But this right here is pretty insane. Him being able to hit like this, like that fast, especially, you know, right here in this motion. Wait, look at that. Just look at that. Just, you're able to just hit so fast. You're able to hit so fast during that whole sequence right there, as the monster was attacking a different direction because I guess he moved, right? He was able to do multi-hitting, you know, combos really fast. Usually, when you're using a longsword, you don't hit that fast. Like, nah, you don't hit that fast at all. Even when it comes to you using your spirit, right? You don't hit that fast. But during that screenshot, that little clip, he was hitting nothing but fast. So it definitely gives you that indicator that there are new moves when you get to the red gauge, because like I said before, if your spirit gauge is at red, it will strengthen your moves, right? Your attacks will be strengthened. That's very important. It's very important. And then over here, we get a look at using the weak spot, which to me, this definitely looks like a baby version of a helm breaker. Just by looking at it, it looks like a baby version of the helm breaker. Okay, you don't have to sit up here and, you know, jump in the air and do a slice down. You don't have to do that. You just need to just jump up, and then just, you know, you don't have to jump up. You just gotta, you know, hit them just that one time, and bam, it just disappears and everything goes away, right? And this right here, hopefully y'all correct me on this, however I say it, but I'm just called the ISS. That's all I'm gonna call it. Okay. By the looks of it, you know, it still operates the same. I don't know how big the iframe window is for Wilds, but I know in World, it's really not that much in World. I never played Sunbreak, so I really wouldn't know how it feels. But me playing World and, you know, mastering the very, very small iframes that you have, I think it's probably going to be like this. But, oops, my bad. But I don't know if, I really don't know how this is gonna work, like as far as the iframes. I'm sorry, y'all. PC kind of acting up. But yeah, I just don't know how that's gonna operate as far as is it gonna be a much bigger window, you know, for like an opportunity to, you know, do it, although you've done it too late or you've done it too early. I don't know how that's gonna work, because I know each and every time I use the ISS, I always manage to time it correctly. But the slight difference is that you see how he glows after it's landed. Like he was glowing. See, look at that. See, he was glowing. Oh, let me get it to where it's like a slow motion somewhere. Okay, that's probably fast. Okay, it's probably, let's use that and see how that is. Okay, so yeah, he did glow from it. Okay, so pretty much once you do it successfully, you gain a gauge, a spirit gauge. It levels up, you know, upon doing it successfully, which is absolutely great, because in World it was never like this at all whatsoever. I definitely know for a fact it was not like this. If anything, if it was like that, holy moly, it would definitely be over if it was, right? But it's not. Okay, so I can appreciate that. Then over here, oh no, my PC is doing that. We see this right here. Let me go back. We see him do the Helmbreaker. Keeps on. I gotta go back some more. All right. Now we see the Big Daddy Helmbreaker. Which in my opinion, this is a very, very strong move. But then you see the follow-up after that, which is too bad that we couldn't really see more of this. I don't know if like this whole thing right here, this whole animation will I don't know, be I can just vision that this is going to be crazy, because mind you, he's doing it while he's in the yellow gauge, because he just got off of doing the Helmbreaker, which is basically your strongest attack, your strongest move for the Longsword, unless they come out and add a new move that is going to be even better than what this is, you know, shown, right? And then we come to this move. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I have mixed feelings about this move right here that he's about to do. I really have mixed feelings about this. I really do. Okay, but let me just play it all the way through. So when he does that, he does build a gauge for what it looks like. He does build a gauge. But just this alone, this whole, I don't know what to call it, a stance or whatnot, but I definitely know it's gonna help him build his spirit gauge up. But like I said, I'm one of those types of people, like if I see something, then I'm gonna sit there, have that imagination, should even have a name for it, right? Because this is Monster Hunter, and when it comes to the longsword, you always hear the, you know, the eyes, you know, spirit slashed, and you see the spirit 1, 2, 3, then the roundhouse spirit, right? By the looks of this, and looking at it for what it is, in my opinion, to me, if I had to give it a name, because we've seen all the other ones, we saw the Foresight Slash, ISS, all this other stuff, right? But if I have to give this a name, I'm just giving it a name, not saying that that's what it is, okay? Not saying that's what it is, because I'm not gonna do that. This is just a theory. But I think this is most definitely called the Sacred Spirit Roundhouse Slash. I think that's what it's called. Because just really looking at it, he is literally just pausing, right? He's really just, that's what he's, I mean, because I haven't paused, duh. But just looking at it, okay, he is definitely doing it as if, all right, I'm going to either one, have this move be a parry, because usually when you have certain moves be like parries and whatnot, that is pretty much what that would represent. Like, you're standing there, you're waiting for the monster to attack, and then once it does attack you, then you would do nothing but a devastating, you know, counterattack. Which in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie, the Longsword already has enough of those completely, so I don't know why they would sit here and add more counters as if the Longsword doesn't have any. Like, At this point in time, I just think that, shoot, we got Foresight Slash, we got ISS. It's like, what more counters do you really need to, make the longsword even, better? Like, I don't think you need any more, right? But, looking at it, it can only be one of two things. It can either be when you get the hit, like y'all saw, right, from the initial reaction, and us looking over this, is either you build a gauge, and then when you build that gauge, which we did witness, that gauge comes to, obviously go up, but then you have a follow-up move that will come up after you landed the roundhouse slash, right? Spirit roundhouse slash, to be exact. Or when he's in this stance, he charges it up to the point where, because by the looks of it, I'm looking at the sword, okay? It looks like it's already in the red gauge already. You get what I'm saying? It looks like it. I'm not saying that it is, but just looking at it from here, from this picture, this exact picture, if you look very closely, right? This right here. If you look at this right here, it looks like it's already in red already. So my whole thing is that since this is already red and he's in the stance, can this be a charge up move? Can this be a move where if you charge it for a length of time, right, it will deliver a devastating, sacred roundhouse spirit slash? Meaning, like, once it lands, you're doing multitude of hits. Like, we're talking about maybe being better than Helmbreaker. That's what's going through my mind right now, just looking at it. But, we will definitely find out soon enough once, people are able to get their hands on it. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, that theory is still, in my brain, as far as them being able to, give us, to be able to show this to us, but they didn't want us to like see any more. And that's when, it definitely comes to an end, and then we see the Monster Hunter, Wilds, and basically doing the wish list. Well, I just want to sit here and say that as far as what they're doing with the longsword, as far as what they're doing to try to make it, more mobility wise, more, kind of sort of counter heavy. Because like I said, I only play Monster Hunter Worlds. And like I said, I play all the other Monster Hunter games that you have ever heard of. Except for the ones that was from, Japan and stuff like that. They're only exclusive there. But I did play, the majority of them, growing up. I can definitely say that the longsword looks really strong. I just think that they didn't show enough as far as the overview, because I think if they were to show every single thing, I ain't gonna lie, I think a lot of people would have been like, dang, the longsword looking pretty strong. But, we would have to wait and see. But that's my initial reaction. Those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. I'd definitely love to hear your opinions. Like I said, I am nothing but, all about thoughts and conspiracies, because that's what I do all the time and every single day. Especially while this game's about to come out, it's over. It is absolutely over, man. But without further ado, I am out. Peace.